My A63, oh man, I'm messing up already. I've had my A6500 for 3 months now, so I thought I'd do a video of 3 things I like and 3 things I dislike about working with this camera every day. And yes, we are filming with the A6500 right now. The best thing, I'll just get it straight out of the way, is the 6K sensor. Super sampling the 4K video from the 6K full sensor readout, no pixel binning, incredible. Second, 5-axis image stabilization is phenomenal, especially for stills. You can literally shoot with a 90mm lens at 1/30th or lower of a second with one hand and still get a crystal sharp image. As soon as you half press the shutter, it just locks. It's fantastic. Third is S-Log 3. No, it's not raw. I've done another video on S-Log before. I'll put a link below. It gives you the full 12 stops of dynamic range of the sensor. And if you know how to work with it, it is really, really good. Like this scene right here. Right now, I do have lights on me, but it's also still bright outside. And trying to shoot this with Rec 709, I'd have to have much brighter lights because out there is still much brighter than the 3 lights I have going on full blast in here right now. And 3 things I dislike, of course, the first one is the rolling shutter. Yes, it's pretty bad, but when you're actually filming and you're filming correctly, it's not that bad at all. What I've noticed why I really don't like it, well, not like anyone actually likes it, but is when I'm editing and say I've just shot 5 seconds of a clip and then I quickly move my camera away from the subject, is that's when you see it the most. You see it when you're doing like a quick kind of artificial pan that you wouldn't do when you're actually filming your subject. But when you're editing and looking at that jello effect all day long, when you're editing, for 5 hours a day, it gets really, really annoying. And when you go back to editing global shutter footage, it's like, oh. Okay, second reason, the touchscreen and the menus are still just absolutely ancient as compared to, say, Blackmagic. Blackmagic's menus, and I've said before, are super simple. They're like the iPhone. You don't need to know how to use it. You just turn it on and you already do know. It's that simple. And then the touchscreen, the simplest way to put it is I just don't use it. I mean, yes, it kind of works, but it's laggy. Like say you want a certain focus point, you can do it, but it's not like a really responsive smartphone where as soon as you move the little dialogue, it moves with you. It's like you touch it and then it moves. And it's to the point where it's just you end up not using it. You use the little jog wheel instead. And so the third thing I dislike about it is the flimsy ports. And I really do mean flimsy, as in like the micro USB and the micro HDMI. Like you could plug a cable into it and blow on it really hard and you'll see it wiggle a little bit. And if you basically touch it with any sort of force, you're likely to break it. So I bought a little lock for my cage on it, which kind of helps, but it doesn't really clamp on very well. It's by a small rig. But I ended up not using it that much because if I want to use the camera as a still camera, then I have to take everything off and then it's just one more part to put back on the cage. So I don't really use that. So I wish in the next iteration they would just put more structure inside both the micro HDMI and micro USB ports. So if you do bump it, which you will, you won't break your $1,400 camera. That's it. That's my thoughts on it from the past 3 months. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.